This video was obviously made for Halloween, but a dead computer pushed the editing for this video back, so it is truly a video from 2013. It's not a very good video. Yes, Sarah is 8 months pregnant in the intro.
Born on Halloween, 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 born on...
No, Costume Quest has DLC. And I'm interested in the cave.
With my mask I trick and cheat, spooks and freaks all over your street. It's our night to make you scream. Don't be scared, it's Halloween.
I guess we're doing it again. Costume Quest was featured in an adventure 2 years ago, and I could not stop singing praise. For example, kids, say no to anime. A Halloween-themed RPG where you save your sister, your town, and the world, really, from the Grubbin invasion with the power of candy and costumes. Naturally, I didn't bother with the DLC at the time of purchase because I had yet to be indoctrinated into the world of Double Fine. And, well, DLC. Most of the stuff pushed on me is just a waste of my Snickers-eating time. In the world of Costume Quest, it is now winter. Lucy and Everett, these are the characters recruited to help rescue your sibling in the last outing, are braving the cold looking for any remains of the Grubbin invasion. What comes of this? Everett loves Lucy, portal opens, Reynold and Ren, hot, join up to save her. The name Grubbins on Ice comes from winter in the Goblin world, but you're quickly ejected to the bottom of the mountain, and that's the beginning of the adventure. The DLC only takes about an hour and a half, with about 30 minutes spent on the 3 logical sections. The first section reintroduced the concept, and it didn't feel right. In fact, I didn't like the game's direction. There's a Grubbin revolution on your side, so you have to go to all the Grubbin houses and ask for donations. The Grubbin currency is, of course, candy. This looks like the act of trick-or-treating. Okay, that seems shoved in. Some of the houses have non-supporters, and that's when you fight in the costumes and RPG style. Alright, that's a little closer to normal. The main Costume Quest game began with you running around your human town getting candy in an October glee, and the sheer charm was just the beginning of an appeal. Grubbins on Ice is hard to care about since the atmosphere is so foreign. Working your way up the mountain adds to your quest log. You'll reunite lost loves, find hidden children, explore caves, investigate the legend of a Yeti, level up in fights, and most of all, collect a hoard of candy. By the time I had reached the second gate, about 1 hour into playing, I had to concede and admit, it's just as fun as the original. Different vision, same awesome questing, and same sense of humor. It took a while, but I was eventually reminded of the originality of Persona-based RPG fighting. No, not the game Persona. Please forget I said that. You collect 3 elements of a costume and bam, you have a new playable character. Even if the character brings nothing new to the party, part of the fun is throwing on the costume and experimenting with the special abilities. The genius of this system is simply mind-blowing. Honestly, I'm not trying to reference Persona. Don't let me oversell the fighting, it remains relatively shallow. But, at the very least, it doesn't give you a character that you level up for 25 hours and then just gets rid of her. Yes, I just referenced a game released 16 years ago. Yes, I'm holding a grudge. My 2-year-old quote for Costume Quest I feel is insufficient. During some Q&A on a live boredom, I came to a realization. Costume Quest is my favorite RPG. I really like it. More than that. Yep, more than that. Yeah, more than that. Oh. Tide. Sarah once read an article on the cave. She's really big on reading. And when she read it back to me, she sold me on buying it. But I feel she had to have left out some key details because the way it sounded, it was too good to be real. QED, why I had to buy it. The Cave is a 2D platformer, which is a plus, and it comes from the creative director Ron Gilbert, best known for his work at LucasArts. Yes, Ron Gilbert made this game. He didn't need programmers, project managers, artists, quality assurance, voice actors, 3D modelers, animators, public relations, system engineers, or a publishing studio. He did it all. The Cave has 7 playable characters, all seeking something within the cave, in a physical and psychological sense. You get to choose 3 out of the 7 to take into the cave and begin their search. The character selection isn't just a menu you choose from, you actually get to walk your desired characters into the cave. I think the proper reviewer term for this is immersive. I don't know, I call it rad. As you lead the company inward, you find that the cave is sold as a tourist attraction with the same logo as the game. Funny! That scores points. And as a puzzle platformer, the objective of the game is to collect items, combine them, and or put them into a place that allows you to delve deeper into the cave. I'm glad to report that Ron Gilbert did this better than most other games in the genre. No inventory! You only hold one item at a time. All puzzles are clever head-scratchers, usually themed around a specific character, but never beyond my own capacity to solve.
This would make sense coming from the guy who needed a player's guide for Minecraft.
Gameplay is great fun and doesn't rely on the nostalgia of 2D to make you play. Now, let's investigate that too good to be real aspect. As I understood, the different combination of characters changed the path in the cave, making every playthrough a new experience. I did the math on this, and statistically, 7 characters would give us 36 unique paths. Too good to be real? Let me explain the structure of the cave. Yes, the physical structure. I don't know if I could explain the psychological structure. You have an intro and an outro with the cave clerk, and between there are 3 puzzle sections, collecting minecarts, capturing a cave beast, and shipwrecked on an island. These are guaranteed. These are fun. Sprinkled between the betweens are custom puzzle sections for each of the 7 characters, which requires one of their special abilities to enter. These are well thought out. These are fun. Here's the start of my problem. If you don't have that character, you literally skip that section. There's no cohesion between characters. These puzzles are siloed off. If you want to play the other sections, you'll have to play through again, and you'll have to solve those same 3 guaranteed puzzles. And with that odd 7th character, that means a 3rd playthrough is required for the full experience, with 5 of the sections already played. So don't sell me on unique experiences. One other thing drags on the fun. The cave seems to be a victim of its own design. The characters are completely different, yet interchangeable in the quest. So there's no dialogue and no connection to one another. And since they remain neutral, they all maintain a blank stare. I understand it's a hard call to make for Ron Gilbert. You can make a game with 3 different but interacting characters that have a tangible stake in helping each other in the cave. Or just make this game and say 7 playable characters! Whoa! Not every game has to be an interactive movie, but a game defined by its characters should feature each in-character in more than just 1/7 of the game. You can play every combination of the characters, but at that point, you'd just be trying to speedrun the game. You know, I've been through the cave a couple of times for this video. I'm gonna give that a shot. Alright, I did my speedrun in just over an hour. Now let's check YouTube and see if anybody can come close to that. Okay, there are a few skips required to achieve such a time. One of them I figured out myself. Pick up an extra sausage at the beginning and carry it all the way to the cave beast. The other one was discovered by somebody who wasn't even trying to speedrun.
I don't normally do these glitch type of videos, but I was recording this so I could review it later on, and I kind of stumbled onto something.
The Wii Viewer! And that's why you should subscribe to the Wii Viewer. With this glitch, you can climb above and into the rock, and if you move all the way to the left, you can actually skip the knight's trial. Coincidentally, doing the speedrun on the Wii U is quite impossible because skipping the knight section causes the system to lock up, and the only way out is a hard reset. You all know what that is. Worse, since the game froze during an asynchronous save operation, loading the game causes another freeze, and the only thing on the screen is that sausage with a white plain backdrop. It looks like abstract art. It makes me feel uneasy. It's entering my mind. It is my master.
I'm in love with the sausage.